Today, I want to talk to you guys about witchcraft, how it's destroying our society, and we take it for something good. Witchcraft is part of the curse. But before I get into that, I want to say this organization, YKM Tribal Services, is not for everyone because we don't accept witchcraft workers. We only accept those people who are true in their hearts, people of righteousness. Other people are not going to be part of us anyway. God is dividing people now. He's dividing the wicked from the just. And everybody is going to have to take a side. Everyone is going to have to belong to some group or somewhere, or they're going to be cut out and lost totally to society. But I want to say we've been around since we started in 2018, our organization was established. And we've been searching for people of righteous hearts and believe in justice and believe in transparent and who's honest in their hearts. We don't have a whole bunch of people that way. I don't think so. There's very few of us that want to do right. I'm not saying we're looking for righteous people because there's nobody righteous. All we could do is try to be right, try to do our best. We know right from wrong. And if it's in your heart, you're a good person and you have been good all your life, you belong to God already and don't know it. People with righteous hearts believe in righteousness. It don't matter what race or color, culture you are God's own. But I'm speaking to the Hebrews today because the Hebrews use magic. Most of us are using magic to answer our prayers instead of going to God. And that is the topic today. But consider becoming a member. If you have a righteous heart, I'm calling on you. If you believe in bringing righteous and justice back to this world, join us. Join us. Otherwise, you will despise us. Because I notice people of evil people, or they hate people who tell the truth. They hate people who believe in doing right. They call you goody two-shoe because you like to do right instead of wrong. But I'm telling you, people, it's time to come out of her. Come out of the curses. You're cursing yourself when you work the magic. And I'm going to prove it to you today. If you believe in the Torah, the Old Testament, then you'll know what I'm saying is true. If you have read the Bible, then you'll know that I'm speaking truth. If you understand the Bible. People read the Bible and they believe parts of it that they want to believe and parts they don't. Now, I know there's a setup. I know the Bible has been tampered with. But also in Daniel, the 12th chapter, it says that in this end time, knowledge is going to expand. So we know that most of us, many of us, have waken up to truth. We know that America belonged to us. We know that the so-called African Americans was here in this land they said it's over 300,000 years before anyone stepped foot here, before the 10 tribes even came. We are the original Indians of this land. And our blood DNA will tell you because we have ancient blood that surpassed the African. So study. Find yourself approved. What I'm saying here today is not a secret. It's what you want to believe. You want to believe that you have to work magic. Now, in the past, I'm from a family of farmers, and I wasn't raised in the South, but I know the stories. And I know that when people had a whammy on them, they would go to a witchcraft worker to get it off them. They didn't know what else to do. So this is how they got sucked in, because some of those people who knew how to get it off you was prophets. They were good people. They wasn't witchcraft workers. You don't have to be a witchcraft worker to take evil off you. But I want to say this again, become a member. If you are a righteous person, I'm calling on you to help us. If you believe in righteousness and transparent, no hidden agendas, we're not here to compete with you or try and be so popular above everyone else. We just want to get the word out and do God's will. We work for the Most High God, Yahweh. I'm not going to argue over his names because that's all we do with each other, we Hebrew Israelites. We argue. Oh, no, I believe in this. Oh, that's the wrong name. Listen, if you know that the Most High God, the creator of all things, is your God, and you come back to him, not none of these other gods they calling on. He said that my name is I am that I am, I exist. And a lot of us don't want to use that because we don't want to play God. We're not playing God. We are part of God. We're carrying out God's mission here on this earth. I am that I am. I exist. Yahweh, I exist. That's all he is. He exists. And how he exists in all of us who accept him. Even people who are not Hebrews are not chosen. He have chosen us, chosen them through us because of their righteous hearts. In every race of people, there are good people. And probably more bad than good. But there are good people in all races. I do believe that. And that's who this message is for them. And it's mainly for my Hebrew brothers and sisters who call themselves children of God, but work in Satan's power. A house that is divided cannot stand. You know, when I was a Christian, God kept bringing that to my attention. A house that is divided can't stand. And I didn't understand why. Father, why every time I turn a page, this looked like I'm reading it in the Bible constantly. A house that is divided cannot stand. You have to understand what that means. I was a Christian praying to a deity called Jesus, not our Savior, not the Son of God, which I believe is an angel. And his physical son is the offspring of David, who's going to return as Messiah. But you have to understand that when you are using a power that God forbidden you to use, he forbid you. He says an abomination to do witchcraft, but yet and still you overlook that part of the Bible. Why? Why are you overlooking that part? So again, become a member and help us. Get your personal trust done. Get your birth certificate authenticated so you can come back into your tribal name and get your passport. People, it's time to face the truth and stop going by majority win, because the majority are going to hell, according to the Bible. The majority are lost. So it's very few of us that are sticking up for the truth. Not many. We are bought out. We're sold out. He said a very small remnant will return. He said that we are as many as the sands of the sea. But a very few of us are going to return to him. But he said, tell them. They may not believe, but you got to tell them. So I'm doing my part, whether you get it, take it, or leave it. Now, Hebrews believe in the power that the power of magic come from God, okay, to help themselves and to help others. And some of them call it white magic and black magic. Oh, I only do white magic. Listen, I don't care what you do. If Satan is fulfilling it, it's evil. And it's not going to prosper you. In the end, you lose. God does not give power to you to practice witchcraft, divination, tell fortunes, act as a sorcerer, or as a medium. All of that belongs to Satan. In Deuteronomy 18:9, 9:12, God says it is an abomination to do these things. Working witchcraft is part of the curse of Deuteronomy 28. It's part of that curse on us. And until we get it, we're not going to receive our true power that comes from the Most High. You already have power. You don't need witchcraft power at all. You believe you do because you don't have enough faith in the Most High. So you think you have to do that to help yourself. Now, when you work witchcraft, you are in the house of Satan. You dwell in there. You're part of his family. You may not know it, and you may argue and hate me and all this and that, because the truth hurts. But until you face the truth, you're never going to succeed. You're never going to be successful. Now, some of you belong to Satan and have done so many evil things, it doesn't bother you at all. Okay, then I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those with righteous hearts. I'm talking to those that want goodness and justice. I'm talking to those that hurt for the people that are being killed and the people that are treated unfairly. These are the people I'm talking to. Now, in Corinthians, the 11th chapter and the 14th verse, the Greeks said it in their own words. They said that is Corinthians 11:14. I think it's First Corinthians 11:14. Satan disguised himself as an angel of light. So when you think you calling on your angels to help you, you calling on Satan angels to help you. You see, God sent his angels to you to help you. You ask God and God provides. But for you to go over his head and look for your angels to try to discover who they are and get their help and their attention, it's because you don't have faith in God. You don't have faith that the Most High will help you. So you resort to angels and ancestors. Let me tell you about your ancestors, Hebrews, because all of you who are called African Americans and have Negro or colored on your birth certificates are originally indigenous to this America. And you don't know that because you don't believe in truth. You don't study. You don't research. This land, America, belonged to us. You know, I used to wonder why they hate us so bad. Why does the world hate us as Black people here in America? Why do they treat us like this? Why did they brought us to naught? In every city, there's a ghetto of Black people. Why is that? You know, we are some smart and creative, intelligent people. Why does the world look down on us? It's because it's a conspiracy. It's been set up hundreds of years ago to bring God's children to naught. They knew who we were, but we didn't know we were God's children. They told us that this wasn't our land. We were from Africa. And they took many of us when they got here and sold us all around the world from here and had us believing we from Africa when our ancestors been over here over hundreds of thousands of years before anyone, even the 10 tribes that were cast out. Judah was here. We are Judah. All of us that our ancestors been enslaved because they say we're Africans. When Columbus brought the Atlantic trade ship over and all the slaves, Columbus went as far as South America and he let them out there. And only a very few came into this America. They didn't need to bring the Africans here because we look just like the Africans. So they used us to go into slavery. We were here before any Indian, other what they call Indians, was here. We were here first, and they know that. And they have documentation of it, and it's in the Thomasina Jordan Act. It's in there. But do you read? Because they know most of us don't like to read. But you better start. You better start reading now before it's too late. And you need to come out of the world system. This is our land and they know it, and that's why they kill us. That's why every time a group of us, like Greenwood, that was a beautiful, thriving Black city, doing so well, intelligent with their own hospitals and lawyer offices. And I mean, they had it all. But look what they done to us. They bombed it. They couldn't allow us to grow. They couldn't allow us to expand. They told us we were stupid and dumb, and we needed them. We needed Christians to be civilized. And it's the other way around. So look at Philadelphia. They said it was a gang, Black gang, and they bombed it in 83 because we were rising and we a threat. I don't know what they're going to do to me now. I don't know if they're going to try to take this down, but I do know I got a guard upstairs that says it's our time to rise. Our 400 years was up October 19. October 2019, our 400 years was up. And look what happened after 2019. 2020, COVID. COVID was introduced to the world. After that, natural disasters has been destroying this world ever since. Wake up, people. Wake up and face truth. And I wonder why they hated us. I know why they hate us now. Because they fear us, that we're going to get this knowledge and know who we are and take our land back. But we don't have the power to take anything. We don't have the power to do it. They have big armies and polices who's been killing us for 400 years. They found new ways to kill us. After they stopped hanging us, they started shooting us. So we're not supposed to be hateful and mad about it. We put ourselves in this condition. Our ancestors did not obey the Most High God. Okay? So we went into this curse for 400 years. But now we realize that we're waking up. Once we wake up, we get our powers back, and they know more about us than we do. Now we know we're not from Africa. We're not Africans. We've been here too long to be even considered Africans. Our DNA, Y chromosome are tested. This man from South Carolina, a Black man, whose DNA, I forgot his name, was his DNA was analyzed and found that our genetics, not only his, but most of us, our genetics is older than the Africans. Our genes are older. We are antiques. We are Judah. We are God's leading tribe. So let me get back to the witchcraft. Now, so we know that Satan is disguised as an angel of light. When you pray to your ancestors to come back, and so many of you do, and you think it's a good thing, but you got to remember it was our ancestors is why we have been punished for 400 years, because of their disobedience. It's our ancestors. So when you go consulting ancestors, you consulting people that has gone through heavy, heavy, heavy uh, destruction here and was disobedient. God don't want you doing that. He don't want you consulting the dead. Now, when you pray to your ancestors or you do a seance, what do you think coming back answering your questions? While we live, there are demonic spirits that lives in us. Yeah, you could be a good person, but you could have demon spirits living in you, yes. And if you don't, because you don't know the Most High God, once you get to know God, that demonic spirits will be very uncomfortable trying to attach or live in you. Oh, they will still continue to try. But when you are involved in that witchcraft, the devil make you feel good like you God, because when it worked for you, oh my God, you feel so powerful. And see, that's another way of conning you into his kingdom, into his household, part of his family. That's who you are when you work the magic. Now, when you conjure back the dead and ask questions, the demonic spirits come back and appear as your relative and answer your questions because they lived in these people all their lives and they know their lives. So they can answer your questions. But you're doing something totally against God. You know, in Samuel 28, 1 Samuel 28, 7 to 25. I'm not going to read that, but I'm going to tell you what it says. King Saul lost his rights and his connection to the Most High God because of his disobedience and because of his sin. He got far away from God. So there come a time when he was going to battle with the Palestinians, him and his sons and his army. And he needed counsel, but God wouldn't listen to him anymore. So he went to the witchcraft worker because he didn't have faith in God, that God would answer him, because he knew he was already evil and sinful. The same way with the people that work the witchcraft. They go to witchcraft because they don't have faith in God, so they go to the alternative. But the only thing, when you go to witchcraft, you get stuck into something that you cannot just get out of. You know, it's like joining a gang or a mob. Satan is not going to let you out of that freely. You're going to catch hell trying to come out of that. And you got to really be real in your heart in order to come out, to get them demonic forces out of you. So when Saul was king, he had made a law that no one was to practice witchcraft or they would be killed. So when he went to the witch of Endor, he disguised himself, but then the witch, she finally recognized who it was and she was afraid. She said, no, I can't do that. You outlawed it. And he said, go ahead. I won't harm you. No harm would come to you. I need to know what's going to happen to me and my sons. We go into war. We go into battle. She said, can't you go to your God? Can't you go to your God? See, he couldn't go to his God, just like you can't go to your God because you go to your witchcraft and you call that your God. You don't have enough faith in the Most High God. And that's why you go to witchcraft, sorcery, wizardry, all of this mess is because you can't reach God, because your heart is not right. Get your heart right. And if you're evil and you know you're evil and hellbound, then I can't help you. No one can help you but God if you let him. That's the Most High God. And like I said, don't argue over his name like we do. That's all we do. Everybody want to be the leader. Everybody is competing. We've got to stop looking at each other as competitors. If we all serve the Almighty God, don't worry about his name. God knew that we was going to have a hard time finding him and coming back to him. The most important thing is to know that he is the creator of all things. To know that there's no God above him and no God beside him, to know that he's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That is the God that you serve. And that's all you need to know. You don't have to go up into the universe and the cosmos and learn about the stars and all. All of that is to get you into working magic. Oh, it worked too. It worked and it hurt people every day. And it comes up against me. But I'm going to tell you something. When you try me, and I've told many people this, but when you tell a witchcraft worker that, they get offended. They feel, who does she think she is? I bet you I'd do it to her. I'll bring her down. They don't realize they're not fighting me. They're fighting God. When you work witchcraft against another witchcraft worker, that's one thing, only the best witch wins. But when you work witchcraft against a real child of God who really believe in God for real and who tries so hard to live by his laws, you're in a whole lot of trouble. That's when you don't live too long. So see, you won't give up because you're stubborn and you keep trying me. And when I tell you that, you get madder and you keep on trying and trying until you die of a disease. All kind of tragedy happen to you. And every witchcraft worker I know is sick. They have diseases. I'm not saying I don't have health problems. Yeah, but my health problems is it's not big. Okay, I don't have a disease. I'm healthy for my age. I'm proud of myself because many people my age are not doing as well. And I'm saying I'm doing well because God keeps me. Because he know I'm not going to hurt anyone. But when you try to hurt me, you are fighting against God, not me. So you cannot win. So let's stop competing against each other. Let's stop it. Why are we fighting each other when we need each other? Put the witchcraft down and come together. It's dividing us. You try to control every situation with your witchcraft. You can't do that. That evil is just bouncing back on you. And you live longer when you do it to each other. But when you start doing it to children of God, your lifespan is shortened. Stop. Stop the witchcraft. You don't need it. Now, so in the end, Saul was killed in the battle and his 3 sons. None of them lived. Okay. He believed he went to the witchcraft worker, which he knew God was against. He conjured up Samuel. And Samuel was upset. So why are you disturbing me? Why you can't go to God? And if you can't go to God, you need to fix it so you can go to him. You know, that's what we all need to do, try to fix it. But getting back to, I want to read something to you in Isaiah. Isaiah, the 8th chapter, and it's just a verse or two. The 8th chapter, and I'm going to start in the 19th verse here. I'm going to read 19 to 20. So I'm just going to read 2 verses. And when they say to you, consult the mediums and the wizards who shirk and mutter, should not a people consult their God? Should they consult the dead on behalf of the living? Now, you're going to go to the dead to get answers about the living. How does that sound? God is against it. To the teaching, to the testimony. Surely, for this word which they speak there is no dawn. You got to stop it. You got to stop with the witchcraft. You got to stop with the sorcery and wizardry and the muttering and the palm reading. It all belongs to Satan, and it puts you in his household when you use it. I want to read Isaiah, another scripture, 47, 9. 47, 9. I'm going to read down to 14. These two things shall come to you in a moment, in one day. The loss of children, the widowhood should come upon you in full measure, in spite of your many sorceries and the great power of your enchantment. You felt secure in your wickedness. You said, no one see me. Your wisdom and your knowledge led you astray. See, that is the wickedness of it. You work this magic and hurting people, and no one could see that. And when you're doing it, it's evil. Because you're doing this on innocent people, people who have done nothing to you, but you don't want to see them rise. Your jealousy has become a disease in you. And that jealousy is why so many of us do evil and wicked things instead of concentrating on what you could do. You know, why be jealous when you could find your dream, find your mission, do what thus saith the Most High God. Stop competing with each other, trying to be better than the other. We all supposed to be serving the same God. Come out of wickedness. Come out of her. And if you work in witchcraft, you're still in her. And you will be destroyed in her. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to read this, the second part again. No one sees me. That's the good part you feel. No one know what you're doing. You bringing them down and smiling in their face every day, but you setting a trap for them every day. You study setting traps while you smiling in their face. How evil could you be? And you led them astray. With your knowledge, no one sees me. Your wisdom and your knowledge led you astray. And you said in your heart, I am, and there is no one beside me. But evil shall come upon you, for which you cannot atone. Disaster shall fall upon you, which you will not be able to expiate. And ruin shall come on you suddenly. Ruin shall come upon you suddenly, of which you know nothing. It comes upon you without you even realizing it. Out of the blue, things happen because of your witchcraft, your evil. 12. Stand fast in your enchantments and your many sorceries, which you have labored from your youth. Perhaps you may be able to succeed. Perhaps you may inspire terror. You are wearied with your many counsels. Let them stand forth and save you. Those who divide the heavens, who gaze at stars, because that's astrology. You use that also to work your magic. Astrology can be very evil because people take everything good and do evil with it, even using God's Bible to work evil. Use scripture to work their magic. Who are the new moons predict? What shall befall you? Behold, you are like stubble. The fire consumes them. They cannot deliver themselves from the power of the flame. No coal of warming oneself. Is this no fire to set forth? So I'm not going to go on with that. But people, know that this magic can only destroy you. It only can hurt you and other people that you're hurting. Stop doing it. Come to the Most High God. Repent of your sin. He can't see you. You think you're praying to God, all these Christians going to church, but they come out and get into their dark closets and work evil, talk evil, evil hearts. Let's come together and bring honesty back to the world. Let's bring truth back to the world and righteousness and justice back to the world. It's time for Jacob rule now. And when I say, I don't believe they could stop us now from bringing righteousness and justice back to the world because it's our time and their time is up. So while they are fighting among themselves, while they are in dismay and the Bible being fulfilled, just what Daniel said in Daniel chapter 7, Daniel chapter 11 and 12, tell you exactly what's going on in the world if you want to know. But while that is happening, knowledge has expanded. Our people are waking up more and more. And I'm asking our people to get together. You don't have to get together with me or our organization, which we do have a council. And our council make the decisions for this tribe. No one person does. Chief Atali is the head chief, and I am the second in command. And we have council chief members that help run this government. But we only want people of righteousness. We've had many people come and use their magic on us to take over, and they end up, God kick them out. See, what they don't understand, this is not ours. We're not on our own. We're not doing this. We couldn't get this badge on our own. We couldn't form a government on our own. It's the Most High. We are part of the remnant that is here working for the Most High in truth. So if you believe in truth and righteousness, join us. Help us to become what the Most High wants. And he said he's going to bring a kingdom of righteousness back to this earth. Jacob rule. So I'm going to say shalom, which means peace. And I'm going to ask you again to go to ykmtribalservices.org and become a member. I'm doing a roll call for righteous people. And I know there's not many. But all of you who believe in righteousness, who believe in doing right, who believe in treating people right, who hurt for the hurting people, who want to bring justice. Those are the people I'm asking to come help us. The Most High has asked me to tell you, all of you who are touched by this message from the Most High God, come, join us and help us. Get your personal trust written up. Get your birth certificate authenticated so that you can come out of her completely and get your tribal name and your passport and identity in your tribal name. So I'm going to say shalom. We're not supposed to be sad at this time, though we're human. And when you see what's going on in the world, it's going to affect you because you're human. But I have joy in my heart because I see what he's doing. I know what he's doing. And it gives me joy and pleasure. And he said that we should have joy. And he said he will protect us. And the difference in the past, Black Indians that tried to rise, that were denied and bombed and flooded out. Some cities was flooded. Every time we rise, they destroy us and chop us down. Well, now God is in the plan. We don't have to do anything but promote truth and righteousness and get together with each other in love. Stop criticizing each other. None of us are right. We all sin and come short of the glory of God. Accept each other as they are. I could accept you as long as you don't put witchcraft on me. I could accept you as who you are and help build you. And you help build me and let me know what my faults are and how I could be better. That's how we grow. So I'm going to say again, Shalom, people. Shalom.